Yes, children. Back to Oxen Meadows, Lomov, and Natalia. Let us see. There is a fight going on. Instead of having a very sweet discussion between the bride and the groom, there is now a hot discussion going on that whether Oxen Meadows belong to Natalia, that is Chubukovs, or the Lomov. But you can see from the documents honored Natalia Stefanovna, Oxen Meadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute, but now everybody knows that they are mine. Just think of if they nicely get married, then hardly matters whether it belongs to Natalia or Lomov. Finally, it would be theirs only. Not his, not hers. It will be theirs. Still, they are fighting because of the dispute that whether it originally was theirs or his, means whether Chubukovs or the Lomovs. There's nothing to argue about it. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity to the peasants of your father's grandfather, in return for which they were to make bricks for her. So, my aunt's grandmother, from whom I have inherited the land, her grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity to the peasants of your father's grandfather. To your father's grandfather, they were his peasants were given the free perpetuity to move around in the oxen meadows, belonged to our father, and had the free use of the meadows for 40 years, and had got into the habit of regarding them as their own. When it happened, it that no, it isn't at all like that. Both grandfather and great grandfather reckoned that their land extended to burnt marsh, which means that oxen meadows were ours. I don't see what there is to argue about. It's simply silly. There is no question to argue because from here to there, it belonged to us only. So it belonged to the Chubukovs only. How do you call it to be for the Lomovs? There is no question. Lomov. I shall show you the documents, Natalia Stefanovna. Natalia, no, you are simply joking or making fun of me. What a surprise! We have had the land for nearly 300 years and then we are suddenly told that it isn't ours. Even Visselvich. I can hardly believe my own ears. These meters aren't worth much to me. It doesn't worth much to me. Then only come to five descendants and are worth perhaps 300 rubles, but I can't stand unfairness. Much money it is not involved. Property is not very huge, but unfairness, that I cannot, because I believe that it is mine. Say what you will, I can't stand unfairness. Lomov, hear me out. I implore you, the peasants of your father's grandfather, as I have already had the honor of explaining to you, used to bake bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them pleasant, I can't make head or tail of all this about aunts and grandfathers and grandmothers. I don't hear all this. The meadows are ours, that's all. Lomov, mine. Natalia, ours. You can go on proving it for 2 days on end. You can go and put on 15 dress jackets, but I will tell you they are ours. Whatever effort you take, how much you get decked up and come to present this proposal. This means not the marriage proposal. That Oxen Meadows is theirs. That proposal, if you come with very nicely dressed also, then also I'm not going to accept. Still now, Lomov has not said about the proposal and Natalia doesn't know for what he has come. Hours, you can go on proving it for 2 days on end. You can go and put on 15 dress jackets, but I tell you, they are ours, ours and ours. I don't want anything of yours and I don't want to give anything of mine. So there. It's very simple. I will not take yours. even I will not give mine to you also. Lomov, Natalia Stefanovna, I don't want the meadows, but I am acting on principle. The meadows I don't want, but I am also acting on principle. If you like, I will make you a present of them. Natalia, I can make you a present of them myself because they are mine. Your behavior, even Vassilevich, is strange to say the least. Up to this, we have always thought of you as a good neighbor, a friend. Last year, we lent you our threshing machine. Although on that account, we had to put off our own threshing till November. But you behave to us as if we were gypsies. We don't have any land, and you behave with us like that. Giving me my own land, indeed. No, really, that's not at all neighborly. This is not at all neighborly behavior. In my opinion, it's even impudent if you want to know. Lomov. Then you make out that I am a land grabber. Then what do you want to tell? I am a land grabber. Land grabber means who grabs the land, you can understand. Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land, and I shan't allow anybody to accuse me of having done so. I never grab, and never in my life I will do that. I am not that. It's my own property. That is why I want to place it in front of you. Quickly steps to the carafe and drinks more water. Oxen meadows are mine. Natalia, it's not true. They're ours. Lomov, mine. See how petty matter, and they are fighting on that. Natalia, it's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers out to the meadows this very day. Lomov, what? My mowers will be there this very day. Today only I will send my lawn mowers to go and mow the oxen meadow. I'll give it to them in the neck. Then I will also treat them like that. Natalia, you dare. Lomov clutches at his heart. Oxen meadows are mine, because he has some problem in the heart. So he clutches there and says, oxen meadows are mine. Still he will go on saying, pestering that it is mine. You understand? Mine. Natalia, please don't shout. You can shout yourself hoarse in your own house, but there I must ask you to restrain yourself. But here I must ask you to restrain yourself. You can shout at your house, but don't shout in my house standing in front of me. Lomov, if it wasn't, madam, for this awful, excruciating palpitation, if my whole body, whole inside wasn't upset, I would talk to you in a different way. Yells, oxen meadows are mine. It started paining, so much excitement. So it started paining. So finally he says that oxen meadows is still, he says, is mine. Ours. Lomov says, no, mine. Natalia says, ours. Lomov says, mine. Entered Chubukov at that time. Chubukov, what's the matter? What are you shouting for? Natalia, Papa, please tell this gentleman who owns oxen meadows, we or he. Chubukov to Lomov, darling, the meadows are ours. This man knows what is the purpose of Lomov to come, but still he is not ready to say. Just a minute. I have lost my pages. That is why I need some time. Lomov, but please, Stefan Stefanovich, how can they be yours? Do be a reasonable man. My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and got accustomed to it as if it was their own. When it happened that, Chubukov, excuse me, my precious, you forget just this, that the peasants did not pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everybody knows that they are ours. It means that you haven't seen the plan. Sorry to say, my child, that the dispute was there, but now it has been sorted out, and probably you have not seen the plan. I'll prove to you that they are mine. Chubukov, you won't prove it, my darling. Lomov, I shall. Chubukov, dear one, why yell like that? You won't prove anything just by yelling. By shouting, you cannot prove anything. I don't want anything of yours and don't intend to give up what I have. The same thing as the daughter said, like father, like daughter, that what I have, I will not take anything from anyone's, and what I have, I will not share that also. Why should I? And you know, my beloved, that if you propose to go on arguing about it, I would much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. There. Lomo, I don't understand. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property? How can you say that you will give it away to the peasants? Because you don't have the right to give someone else's property to anyone. It is not your property. Chubukov, you may take it that I know whether I have the right or not, because young men, I am not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice and so on. I, young man, am twice your age and ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself and all that. So I expect you that being as I am double of your age, I expect that you will talk more politely and nicely to me. No, you just think I'm a fool and want to have me on. You call my land yours and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. How can you say like that? Do you expect that I can talk to you politely? Miss, you have grabbed my land and you are now asking me to talk to you politely. Good neighbors don't behave like that, Stephen Stefanovich. You are not a neighbor. You are a grabber. Chubukov, what's that? What did you say? Natalia, Papa, send the Moas out of the meadows at once. Chubukov, what did you say, sir? Natalia, oxen meadows are ours and I shan't give them up. Shan't give them up, shan't give them up. Lumov, we will see. I'll have the matter taken to the court and then I'll show you. Chubukov, to court? You can take it to court and all that. You can. I know you. You are just on the lookout for a chance to go to court and all that. You pettifogger. All your people were like that. All of them. Now the real shades are coming out. Chubukov knows that this man has come to take the hands of his daughter, still gets so angry because they are so business minded, so money minded, that could not come in any compromise. So he says that yes, you want to go to court, okay, go to court. And you people are like that. When sometime before only Lomov said that Lomovs and Chubukovs have respect for each other. Now see, all your people were like that, all of them. They are like that. They always, for any issues, they move to the court. They are like that. Lomov, never mind about my people. The Lomovs have all been honorable people, and not one has ever been tried for embezzlement like your grandfather. Chubukov, you Lomovs have had lunacy in your family, all of you. All. Chubukov, your grandfather was a drunkard and your younger aunt, Natasya Mihailovna, ran away with an architect and so on. See? From where to where have they moved? Lomov, and your mother was humpbacked, clutches at his heart. Again, that pain, something pulling in my side, my head, help, water. Chubukov, your father was a guzzling gambler. Natalia, and there haven't been many backbiters to equal your aunt. So all sort of rubbish things are coming out from one family is accusing the other in different ways as much as they can. Chubukov, my left foot has gone to sleep. You are an intruder. Oh, my heart. And it's an open secret that before the last elections, I can see swears my heart. Natalia, it's low, it's dishonest, it's mean. Chubukov, and you are just a malicious, double-faced intruder. Yes, Lomov, here's my hat, my heart. Which way? Where's the door? Oh, I think I'm dying. My foot's quite numb now. Seriously, he felt ill. With this excitement, his heart really starts paining. Goes to the door, Chubukov falling, and don't set foot in my house again. So very angry that the man who came to ask for the hands of his daughter now got so angry that turning him out of the house, not only that, telling them not to come anymore to his family, to his house. And don't set foot in my house again. Natalia, take it to court. We will see. Lomov staggers out. Chubukov, devil take him, walks about in excitement. Natalia, what a rascal. What trust can one have in one's neighbor after that? After that, how one neighbor can trust the other? Chubukov, the villain, the scarecrow. To whom is he saying like all these rubbish things? Natalia, the monster. First he takes our land and then he has the impudence to abuse us also. Chubukov, and that blind hen, yes, that turnip ghost has the confounded chick to make a proposal and so on. What? A proposal? Natalia, what proposal? Now the first time Natalia hears about the proposal. Father has not yet said, even Lomov also has not yet disclosed. What proposal? Why he came here to propose to you. Natalia, to propose to me? Why didn't you tell me so before? Then why didn't you tell me earlier? Chubukov, so he dresses up in evening clothes, the stuffed sausage, the wizen-faced from. That is why he dressed himself like that, and all sorts of rubbish things he goes on saying. To propose to me? Falls into an easy chair and wails. Bring him back, bring him here. Bring whom, where, here? Bring whom? Natalia, quick, I'm ill, fetch him. He shrieks, she becomes hysterics. That somebody came to propose her and they have turned them out like that. So he desperately calls him that he should be called back. To what's that? What's the matter with you? Clutches at his head. Oh, unhappy man that I am. I'll shoot myself, I'll hang myself. We have done for her. I'm dying, fetch him. Toof, at once, don't tell. Runs out, a pause. Natalia, what have they done to me? Fetch him back, fetch him. A pause, Chubukov runs in. Chubukov, he's coming, and so on. Devil, take him. Oof, talk to him yourself. I don't want to. Natalia, fetch him, fetch him. Chubukov yells, he's coming, I tell you. Oh, what a burden. Lord, to be the father of a grown-up daughter. I'll cut my throat, I will indeed. We cursed him, abused him, drove him out, and it's all you. No, it was you. Now father says that what a mistake I have done, being the father of a grown-up daughter. I have said like this, and the daughter also is lovesick, as he said, as he mentioned earlier. So she also wants to get married. So now she desperately calls Lomov. Then the daughter is cursing the father that for you this has been done. Father is saying this to the daughter. So Chubukov, I'll tell, it's not my fault. Lomov appears at the door. Now you talk to him yourself. And Chubukov exits. Okay, let us stop today. Enough we have done. The rest part we will do the next day. Thank you, children.